With a situation this exceptional came the trade-off of how difficult it would be to build. The slope, height and size restrictions were each factors for developer Stian Herbst from Bouart Developments.
Stian, Mossel Bay is clearly the perfect location for this home.
Mohammed, I must say, with the setting like this, it's just amazing. And with the clients that owns the property, they couldn't have asked for anything better. This is right on the coastline, and we're truly proud of this project.
You must have had a couple of challenges building on a cliff.
It was quite a substantial challenge. There was a lot of hard work that went into this project. We couldn't dig any trenches as such. The whole house was constructed on top of a rock face. We had to excavate quite a bit of rock as well, but we're very proud at the end of the day of this project, and I think it came out like pretty much perfect.
The stand widens out into a 180-degree panorama of the Indian Ocean. To make the most of it took bold choices.
I've noticed you've used a lot of lines and angles.
Well, the architects came up with a nice concept using the actual wedge of the stand opening up towards the coastline, and this obviously provided a lot of angles and lines, and was quite exciting build and something that you don't see every day, and that's something we're truly proud of.
The interiors reflect the influences of designer Yvonne Piet's Netherlands heritage. She sums up her approach with the Dutch word stoer, which mixes oversized furniture in greys and blacks with organic woods.
Yvonne, what are some of the design elements and pieces you used to decorate this home?
Well, instead of trying to compete with this beautiful view, we decided to work with textures and fine art photography to break all the lines and to bring some dimension into this modern interior. And so we went with African elements because they have texture, they have a story to tell.
A southern East African theme runs through the oversized sepia and black and white prints by award-winning local photographers. Framed in wood or mounted on canvas, the scale of these works matches the fittings and furniture.
I see you have an eye for interesting light fixtures.
I find that lighting is very important in any space, and I find it difficult to find the right lighting for the right space in a catalogue or in a shop. So I like to work with baskets, and I like to work with natural elements and make something accordingly. So, for example, with these 3 lights above the dining table, we had quite a robust dining table to work with. And I couldn't put 3 regimented lights hanging in a row. It wouldn't have looked right with all the curves of the live edge of the table. So we decided to group 3 oversized pendants, and we kept them transparent because we wanted to keep that view of the ocean and not obstruct the view. And I think it's worked nicely.
By creating pointed edges to the house thrust out towards the waves and walled in floor-to-ceiling glass, each room gets the greatest amount of ocean frontage.
With so many angles in the architecture of the home, surely the furniture is custom-made.
Every room has an acute angle, and we decided to work with it rather than ignore the angles. But in doing so, we've had to custom design the furniture and have it manufactured locally.
The kite-shaped side table is tailor-made, as is the organic form of the coffee table. Having artisan Meyer von Willich in nearby George made any piece possible.
Our client wanted to be able to seat 16 friends at a time. So we had to find a nice big table, which was impossible. We couldn't find it. So we went and looked for a nice slab, and we left it intact. We left the organic curves intact to give it a bit of a fluid, organic feel. And I think it's worked in this space well.
The 3/4 of a ton table is from a tree on a golf course, struck by lightning and then collected by Stian. The size of the wood meant they had to bring it in first, then complete the house around it.
This home is full of surprises. Why did you choose to split the levels?
Yeah, Harmony, when we started looking at the site, there was quite a big 2 boulders right around the space. So the architect actually worked around it, thinking that we won't be able to move it, and actually, incorporate it within the design. and it was to be underneath the ground level with a glass covering it. And during the process of building, we decided to rather leave it out because of it being too binding towards the interior, and we pushed it over and it luckily fell over and did not damage the building process. But with that all said, this just gives you like an amphitheater approach towards this coast. You know, when you come into this house, it feels like you just entered a yacht or anything, you know, so it's truly amazing. I think we got it right by doing this.
And it works quite well. It actually emphasizes the view and the different living spaces, including the kitchen that is darker than usual.
Yeah, we could have stuck to the traditional lighter kitchen, but in our quest to add texture and dimension to otherwise quite stark walls, we decided to go with the dark kitchen, which we have then combined with leather and warm wood and the pressed ceiling panels, which are steel, and then stone tops, which together have formed quite a sophisticated, stylish and cozy kitchen.
And from here, you still have an uninterrupted view of the ocean. But where do those stairs lead?
Well, Harmony, that staircase is basically going to the top deck. This whole roof of the property is an open deck, which is perfect for parties and functions as such. The staircase going up is also quite interesting. All these floating stairs are concrete casted stairs, which is all equipped with LED strip lighting. There was more than half a kilometre worth of strip lighting on this property. And so that's one of those small detail items that we're very proud of, and I think it looks nice, you know, it adds a lot of value.
Yvonne only had from spring until the Christmas handover to do the interiors. While she's followed a consistent theme in color, subtly different textured wallpapers set each of the 5 rooms apart.
This is a very beautiful bedroom, especially with this view. But I'm noticing a wooden theme that continues throughout the house.
Yeah, absolutely, Harmony. We decided straight from the start that we want to have oak throughout the property and throughout the house, so that we can take the whole same look and wood and grain throughout the property and keep the similarity going. And it adds a lot of warmth to the house, and I think it came out pretty nice.
This is quite an interesting shape for a carpet. I'm used to seeing geometric shaped carpets.
Well, there's nothing geometric about this room, about any of the rooms, in fact, in the whole house, with all the acute angles. And not wanting to ignore them, but to work with them, we've decided to also cut the shape and size in each room of the carpet to fit the space. In fact, all the rooms are furnished and decorated more or less in the same way. So the carpet has the angle, and then we have the oak wood and the headboard and the wooden bed. Depending on how large the room is, that's how we furnish the room.
The Gauteng couple who commissioned this home wanted 5 bedrooms, each en suite, as well as several different spaces for enjoying life at the sea. Downstairs is devoted to everything you'd like to do by the coast without leaving the house.
Wow, this is a space every entertainer would love to have. Playing pool, by the ocean. Stian, let's get to business. Oh, that's a great break. I guess that's what this room is about, right?
Yes, this room is different from upstairs in that it's the entertainment room. So here we can play pool, we can watch TV, there's a braai, there's a bar, and you can sit around the table and entertain and enjoy your food together. It's a really cozy, comfortable room.
The only thing Stian's neglected is his pool game.
Oh, better luck next time. Let me show you how it's done. The best of a good life.
Designed like a super yacht, the house offers an endless cruise. The bow looks out over this, and in the stern is the 18-hole Pinnacle Point golf course.
Sitting on this beautiful balcony, enjoying this majestic view, it's clear that all this hard work was worth it. How do you feel looking at your final product?
It's quite an experience. I mean, from the first brick that was laid until the finished product as it is now, I mean, it's such a great satisfaction, you know, it's like the ultimate feeling. And
then to see the expressions on the faces of the clients as they walk in that first time, it just makes everything worth it, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, this is officially my favorite part of the home. Thank you so much for spending the day with me and showing me around. Cheers.
Thanks.
For the couple who get to escape here, whatever work hours they're putting in to afford this lifestyle is worth it.